action item number one, resolution 26-089 to the Honorable Board of Commissioners. Whereas the attorney administrator for Hillsdale County has prepared and submitted the attached fiscal year 2027 compliance plan and cost analysis renewal application to the Michigan Indigent Defense Commission. Now therefore be it resolved, the Hillsdale County Board of Commissioners approves the fiscal year 2027 compliance plan and cost analysis respectfully submitted, and I move for adoption.
I support that.
Discussion?
As it was brought up in a presentation from Ms. Burge earlier, I have some concerns about this. Commissioner Benzing, you were asking about how the county is reimbursed. If you would go back and look at our audit for the last 2 years, you would notice that the state over compensated the county in 2024 by about $400,000 or better. That money was carried over. We ended last year with a fund balance. Now, it may be an issue, and I'd have to go back and read the grant, if that money received can be expended on different line items than what it was budgeted on, and that I don't know. But the county has received more from the state than we have expended the last 2 years and carried over our fund balance through the end of our last fiscal year as well. The other issue, and I went back and looked at prior year's audits, and that county appropriation amounts to $114,000. So I'm wondering, I still question that $1,000 difference there in that county appropriation figure. I know Ms. Berger said that that's the figure that comes in the file. Why the state can't get this figured out is beyond me.
Comments? If there's no further comments, we'll do a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Ingalls?
Yes.
Commissioner Collins?
Yes.
Commissioner Wiley?
Yes.
Commissioner Benzing?
Yes.
Commissioner Leininger?
No.
Passes 4-1. Please continue.
Resolution 26-090 to the Honorable Board of Commissioners. And Commissioner Benzing, I don't know if you want to take this opportunity right now.
Why don't you read the resolution and then I will go ahead and do that.
We authorize approval of the July 2026 payrolls in the amount of $780,040.57 and payables transfers in the amount of $3,101,703.97. Accounts payable check numbers 221940 through 222318 respectfully submitted, and I move for adoption.
Support.
Mr. Chair, I would like to declare a conflict on this issue because there is an invoice to my wholly owned corporation for the amount of $86.85. And so therefore, since that would provide a conflict, that I will be recusing myself from this vote.
Duly noted.
And yes, Commissioners, routinely this item is in the consent resolutions, but because of that payment to Commissioner Benzing's business, much like we have done with a couple of other resolutions recently in the last couple of months, it was moved so that he could make that declaration.
Okay, so Mr. Benzing will be abstaining from voting. And with that, is there further discussion on the resolution? Doug?
Thank you. I just would like to note that on July 28th of 2026, there is a manual check written for $5,000, which went to Dykema Gossett PLLC, and I believe that was a retainer for the judges.
I believe you're correct. Any other comments on the resolution before we vote?
Mr. Chair, just if the clerk could turn her microphone on when she does the roll call.
Yes.
Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Wiley,
Yes.
Commissioner Leininger.
Yes.
It passes forward with one abstention. All right, please continue.
Okay, that concludes our action items today. The Boyd Drain in Waldron, that project is progressing. Main Street was closed down yesterday. Started a little after 8 o'clock when that was closed down so that they could cut the road and put a tile underneath the road and put a structure on the east side of Main Street. There's still one more short run of tile and another catch basin that has to be replaced yet. I believe they're working on that today. That section will also require cutting out some sidewalk that is currently over top of the existing structure and replacing the structure, and then we'll have to finish the sidewalk, but that work is getting close to a completion on a major portion of that. There's still quite a bit of landscaping, leveling work that's yet to be done to restore that property, but that work is progressing. Working with the finance director, continuing to get budget requests in from departments for the 2027 fiscal year. Commissioner Collins and I have set aside some time starting after Labor Day to start having those individual discussions with different department heads regarding their budget requests. We'll have to decide, I guess, if we discuss the commissioners on the next meeting or maybe the second meeting in September. If we put that on the agenda for Board of Commissioners and probably the medical examiner report at that point in time as well. And that is all I have at this time.
I guess if you want that on the agenda later, let me know. Or Mr. Benson and I can certainly discuss it now. It's
You're talking the budget request?
the budget.
No, we have not seen that yet,
Okay,
so it needs, I mean,
because
Is
those are both submitted.
okay. And the finance director is continuing to get those all compiled so that we are ready for our meetings when we have them. If we discuss the Board of Commissioners at that first September meeting, that would probably be the first, be on the 8th, that would be the first budget that we did review and discuss for the year, but it doesn't have to be that one. With fair being, with Labor Day being on the 7th, Tulsa County Fair being later this year, I will not miss that second September meeting, so we could have that discussion on that budget at the second meeting in September. Just not knowing what the other standing orders are and what other items will be brought forward for that first September meeting.
We'll probably split them up. We'll do ME budget second meeting, and we'll do the commission
The first.
budget. I've already made a note. We'll do it at the first meeting,
Okay.
and it's pretty straightforward, so. Okay. Any other comments or questions for Brent? All right, Doug, I believe that's your turn.
My action item is resolution 26-091, August 25, 2026, to the Honorable Board of Commissioners, whereas portions of Pond 1 Drive require abandonment to facilitate width requirements for a nature trail being developed, and with the help of a Michigan Natural Resources Trust Fund development project grant in Lewis Emery Park. And whereas Parks trustees are recommending an abandonment of all of Pond 2 Drive and a portion of Pond 1 Drive in Lewis Emery Park, now therefore be it resolved, the Hillsdale County Board of Commissioners authorizes the chair of the board to sign petitions for absolute abandonment and discontinuance of all of Pond 2 Drive and a portion of Pond 1 Drive in Lewis Emery Park. Respectfully submitted and so moved, Doug Ingles, Chair, Facilities, Technology, Economic Development Committee.
Support.
Moved and supported, discussion?
For the most part, we've had the discussion. Presentation by, both the road manager and the parks director, so I think we're ready to go unless there's another specific question.
Just a comment, I wanna thank both the road manager and the parks director for their work on this. Again, I know that they've also made this presentation to the Hillsdale Township Board of Trustees as well, and gotten their sign off, and appreciate the work, and hopefully that we get this done and we can proceed with the enhancements out there at Lewis Emery Park that were partially funded by the county and partially funded through that Natural Resources Trust Fund grant.
Okay. Anything else? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Wiley,
Yes.
Commissioner Benzing,
Yes.
Commissioner Leininger,
Yes.
Commissioner Ingles,
Yes.
Commissioner Collins.
Yes.
Passes 5-0. Thank you. Please continue, Doug.
The monthly report from Building Inspection, Michigan Works Southeast, the Road Commission Manager's Report are all listed in today's correspondence. The Hillsdale County Housing Study has been completed and is ready for initial presentation to committee members and invited guests. There will be an in-person meeting with Pete DeSalvo, who conducted the housing study, and is an opportunity to hear the findings firsthand and ask questions. Due to limited space, this will be an invitation-only meeting for members of the Housing Study Committee and funding partners. There will be room for everyone who's invited to bring a +1. To keep the gathering comfortable and allow time for discussion, we ask each invited guest bring only one additional person. And my question today would be to the commissioners, is there someone on this body that would like to attend that meeting? I will be attending. I have a +1 that I can bring. The meeting will be Monday, September 14th. And if not, then I will ask perhaps finance director or county treasurer or another representative. Afternoon, 1 to 3 p.m.
The only thing, Commissioner, I would say is that's one of the days that we have set aside right now for, on the budget committee side, with the finance director for going over different department head meetings, so,
That would be no.
again, I don't know exactly what's been scheduled yet, but again, that was a date that we had reserved for some of that.
Okay. All right, I will continue. As well, with the Hillsdale County's housing study, there will be future presentations available to share with community members. There'll be a PDF, there'll be a PowerPoint, there'll be information so that the results can be shared, not only with the committee members and those who helped fund that project, but with the community at large. I do have an IT update from Department Head Holcomb. An artificial intelligence acceptable use rule is being written and will be brought to commissioners when it is completed. The surveillance camera has arrived for the southeast corner of the courthouse near the main entrance. It will give us a 270-degree view of the parking lot. And the hope is to have the person hired for central dispatch IT by the end of September. From facilities, they will be updating the first aid kits to get us OSHA compliant. This includes an eye wash station at the garage. We will be getting a quote to bring us into compliance for the courthouse, county office building in front of the court, and garage buildings. Regarding the elevator in the county office building, the quotes have been received for elevator repair. No results have been compiled yet. Once I get those results, I will get them to commissioners and to everyone else as soon as I can. The deadline and those have been received, I believe, as of last Friday, and Dave Holcomb is compiling those results. As soon as we know, they will be available. And that completes my report at this time.
Any questions for Dick? Okay, thank you. All right, action item 26092 to the Honorable Board of Commissioners, whereas on May 26, 2026, the Hillsdale County Board of Commissioners adopted Resolution 26-062, creating the Facilities Administrator Coordinator position, and whereas on July 14th, 2026, the Hillsdale County Board of Commission adopted Resolution 26-073, creating the Facilities Maintenance Coordinator position. Now therefore be it resolved, the Hillsdale County Board of Commissioners eliminates the positions of Facility Director and Facilities Supervisor. Respectfully submitted for adoption. Mark Wiley, Chair.
Support.
I think it's self-explanatory, but, Commissioner Benzing and I both talked to Labor Council. This kind of cleans up this whole process. And takes care of another situation as well. So, is there any questions or comments?
Commissioners, I still don't believe that the direction that we have taken in the facilities department is the correctest direction. I truly believe that we should have a supervisor or a director and a deputy director or facility supervisor, whatever that title is, so I can't support this, just which coincides with my prior action in voting no on the creation of those two new, positions. So that's where I stand at still today.
Understood? Doug?
Regarding the Facilities Maintenance Coordinator, will that job be posted? And is that part of this motion, or that is not part of this motion? Will there another resolution or motion to post if that's what we're going to do?
We have discussed the posting of that upon the completion of this process. We could probably do a separate motion to approve that process.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing that up. Any further comments on 092? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Benzing,
Yes.
Commissioner Leininger,
No.
Commissioner Engels,
Yes.
Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Wiley.
Yes. Passes 4-1. With that said, with this item being passed, I would make the motion that, the facilities department and IT work together to get this posting posted.
We would need to create the position first before we can,
Commissioner, the position has already been created.
okay.
Yep.
So we're just amending the job description with our next resolution.
Right, the next
Okay.
one's just
Okay.
amending some additional language.
I would support.
Any discussion? Doug?
Yes, when we did the Facilities Administrative Coordinator. we-
Commissioner Engels, if you would turn
Oh,
your mic.
sorry. Thank you. When we established the Facilities Administrative Coordinator position, we did not post. I would like to amend the motion to add posting of the Facilities Administrative Coordinator.
no support. So the motion stands to post for the facility, maintenance supervisor, yeah,
Facility maintenance coordinator.
yeah, thank you. Looking at the wrong item, but further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Passes.
Commissioner, I would just ask that, you know, this is a position that reports to the county board of commissioners. I believe the county board of commissioners, the full board, should interview the applicants for that and make the decision on the filling of that position.
I believe that was our intention, was it
Yes.
not? So we would have the applicants come to the full board for an interview like we've done in other positions. So, personnel management will follow up with, making sure that posting is taken care of. So. All right, resolution 26-093. To the Honorable Board of Commissioners, whereas on July 14th, the Board of Commissioners adopted resolution 26-073, creating the Facilities Maintenance Coordinator position and job description. Whereas the Personnel Committee believes the qualifications required to perform the job needs to include, must be able to pass a criminal background check for the FBI Criminal Justice Information Compliance. Now therefore be it resolved that the Hillsdale County Board of Commissioners adopts the aforementioned addition to the official job description for this salary position. Respectfully submitted for adoption.
Support.
Moved and supported. The language I read in that middle paragraph that's in parentheses, was brought to our attention by, Mr. Holcomb, and it is a requirement for that position because of access to all our buildings. So it needs to be added in there. So that's the explanation. Do you have a comment or a question?
Yes, Commissioner, my question is, we're adding this language to this job description, but we did not add it to the facilities administrative coordinator, who has the same access to county buildings.
Facilities chair.
Go ahead, Doug.
In addition, facility staff has access as well with cleaning, the services that are provided in, court offices and other offices.
And Commissioner, I believe that language is already in their job descriptions, is being able to pass that background check.
It is.
But I went back and reviewed had to find that resolution to review the, administrative coordinator position, and I did not see that language in there. Now, I could have missed it in reading it, but I didn't see that as one of the requirements.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Leiniger, we will review that, management personnel will review that, and if it is not, I am in agreement that we would need to have that in there, and we will see that happens. Also, while I have the floor, I would like to add an additional amendment to the job description that I noted. Under certifications required, since one of the areas of expertise that will be in this individual, I do believe that we should have, I recall when Randy went through with his staff and made sure that they did that they hold an EPA refrigerant recovery certification. So under certifications, I would offer the amendment to the job description as well, that add the line EPA refrigerant recovery certification.
I second.
refrigeration or cooling systems, those items are underneath warranty guarantees from manufacturers and contract installation entities. When we go and our staff who is not certified by the manufacturer work on those items, we void those warranties. We should not be touching those refrigeration systems, specifically the HVAC systems at any of our buildings.
Go ahead, Doug.
Not all of the HVAC systems are still and currently under warranty. If maintenance needs to be provided, if we can in-house accomplish that maintenance, and it's cost efficient, as opposed to continually having outside vendors, provide that service.
Further comments?
How often do we need that service?
Well, I can recall with our old system we had in the courthouse that Randy had a bucket with all the equipment, and it was at one point a somewhat basically start up on Monday because we would take the system down over the weekend, and on Monday that he would be going to a number of the units around the building. That's kind of apocryphal. We have a different system now, but it is not an unusual that we would have one of our walk-in coolers at the jail, other refrigerant systems around the county that, as Commissioner Ingles pointed out, that are long out of warranty, that, again, we have a lot of buildings, and now we have updated HVAC systems such as in front of the court, but I would believe at this point the county office building system is probably, if there is any remaining warranty, it's probably a parts-only warranty, not a labor warranty. And so consequently, that we would be incurring that additional expense. And if we are asking someone to have HVAC experience as part of the reason to hire them, part of the qualification to hire them, then seemingly that we would want to have that certification.
Go ahead, Doug.
And naturally, as far as air conditioning goes, when it's 95 degrees, that's when the problem happens. And it's unpredictable when that can happen. And many times it's something that can be done in-house. Absolutely, when it becomes a more complicated technical remedy, then the outside vendor is available. Typically they use Adrian Mechanical right now, but there are many times, whether it was Randy or, previous deputy, or even in today's day, Kirk is able to do many of the tasks that bring those back online. So I think having the standard in the job description is very helpful.
Further comments on the amendment? Did you get that wrote down? Okay. Just making sure. We better do a roll call on this amendment, though.
Commissioner Leininger,
Now,
Commissioner Ingles,
Yes.
Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Wiley,
Yes.
Commissioner Benzine.
Yes.
The amendment passes 4-1. All right, now we're back to the 26-093 as amended. Is there further discussion? All right, now we'll do another roll call.
Commissioner Ingles,
Yes.
Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Wiley,
Yes.
Commissioner Benzine,
Yes.
Commissioner Leininger.
no,
And it passes 4-1. All right. We have all received communications in reference to 26-085 that was tabled. We've heard comments today. I would like to make the motion to remove it from the table at this time.
Commissioner, 2085 or 86?
I believe it was 85, wasn't it?
26,085.
It was 85.
85?
Yep.
Thank you.
Commissioner Leininger, is there a question on that number?
Some of the emails that I had received said 86, so.
Is this confirmed at 85?
I have last agenda, so I just read it from that.
Thank you. Is there a support?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor to remove it from the table, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. It is back onto the table. Is there any discussion before we vote on it?
Commissioner, I believe that this is a legal expenditure. We have guidance from our legal counsel on the bond, that this is a legal expenditure compliant with the language of the bond proposal that was put before the voters, because the bond language says to make improvements to public safety and emergency communications systems. These cameras, as fully equipped, would be able to communicate with individuals at the sheriff's department. Not with 911, but with the sheriff's department, so they are compliant in a communication device. We also have some other tax ramifications on the bond, on the expenditures of the bond, and the bond proceeds that we have received. And that within 18 months of receiving those bond proceeds, which is Sunday, we must spend 75% of the bond proceeds on qualifying expenses. I'm not sure we completely meet that 75% expenditure yet. Got some communication from the bond council last evening. The finance director has that, he's been working on that this morning to see if, and I don't have communication from him yet. Because we still have two payments outstanding to Motorola. One, a little over $1 million, and then another one of 500 and some thousand dollars, which will be the final payment. And so meeting that 75% threshold is also an issue, where if not, some of the premium funds that we received on that bond may have to be paid to the IRS.
Go ahead, Brad.
I would just simply suggest that if we have 2 additional payments to Motorola and we have an imminent deadline to meet that number, we should have the finance director generate what that makeup would be, and we prepay that expense to Motorola. We know we're gonna have those invoices coming, and we simply prepay them.
I would say we pay what we owe and not create another thing to purchase. In other words, pay Motorola, you know. I do have another comment.
Go ahead.
I do not think that the emergency communication bond dollars paid back by voter-approved millage should be used for body cams. Another funding source must be found. Also, as part of the discussion, it's my hope that any contingency dollars not spent are used to pay down the loan on the bond.
Thank you. Further comments? Roll call on 26-085, please.
Commissioner Collins,
No.
Commissioner Wiley,
No.
Commissioner Benzing,
No.
Commissioner Leininger,
Yes.
Commissioner Ingalls.
No.
Fails 4-1. Alright. As for additional comments that I have, Lifeways conducted their 6-month survey, or evaluation, I should say, of our CEO there, Cassie Watson. Probably the first time since I've been on that board that the Survey Monkey was done and completed by all board members. So, that was nice, and Cassie and I have discussed the, overall evaluation, as well as the comments that were made, and, it was a good evaluation. She received some pretty high marks, as well as some pretty, constructive comments, and she was pleased with all, so, I was gonna talk a little bit about the commissioner budget and the ME budget, but we'll have the commissioner budget on the next meeting, and the ME one will be on the second meeting in September, so, I know Brett and I have completed both of those. He had some additional information that he got from, Dr. Mano, and then submitted that to, Derek, so. The new program is,
It's a learning curve.
it is, we were able to work through it. I think once we all learn a little more how to use it, it will be productive. I mean, it's one of the things that saved us some time, although we did verify the numbers, was the wages were pre-populated, but we manually wanted to check them, and so, maybe we'll trust it next time. So,
Commissioner, I don't know if you wanna discuss the conversation, or where we're at with Bonnie Toski regarding the mediation with courts, just to advise the other commissioners on that.
I can touch on that. As discussed at the last meeting in reference to, district court, and I believe it was Mr. Benzing that suggested we reach out to Cole Stoker, which Bonnie is part of that practice. I talked to her for about a half hour, I think it was the Friday after our last meeting. Since then, Brent and I have sent, numerous items that have come up over the course of this, process, if you will, on 2B District Court. And so we've basically inundated her with everything that we have, to include everything that, I believe we even sent her, who was the one that did
We sent her, I mean, some of the stuff she got was some of the historical data as well, the 97, the, 97, 98, report on facilities, that information, and she was forwarded the communication that we received from the legal counsel that the judges have
right?
entertained as well. I believe she also sent the communication from the state court administrator's office, so that documentation has been sent to Bonnie.
The one I was trying to think of, which I think you sent, was Nathan Hall's, I believe.
I didn't send Nathan's, no,
Okay. I may have, but if not, we'll get it to her. But that's kind of where we're at. I was gonna circle back to her this week yet and see if she had it, in my conversation with her, one of the things she wanted to do was do a comparison of Hillsdale County and similar counties as far as size. And look at court space and arrangements in those counties. So, you have a question, Doug?
Just a statement that the information from Nathan Hall is pretty important, in that if you need that, I have the complete package.
Please send it to me and I'll make sure she gets it.
We all have that information.
Well, if you
I
get
will
it
send it.
handy, send it to me so I don't have to look for it, but I may have already sent it, but it doesn't hurt to send it again, cause you're absolutely correct. That's it.
And the other aspect of this is the timeline, you know, that we need to, have some decision, you know, so that we can act.
Well, with that said, we're kinda at the mercy of the state court administrator's office with, as far as they've assigned a mediator. The mediator needs to set a date, which we're waiting on. Cause that last correspondence did indicate that they would set a date and notify us, which we haven't been notified yet. So. Alright, that's all I have, unless there's any questions or comments. Go ahead.
The Board of Commissioner meetings have been held here at City Hall.
Yep.
We're moving forward into September. Do we have a plan for the next meeting?
We will be back home, so to speak, in our quarters at 33 McCullum Street, and matter of fact, I just talked to David again this morning. We're gonna set up a virtual application, and we're working on that to make sure that we're compliant.
Is that something that the Veterans Administrative meetings and the Planning Commission meetings could use, or not?
I can certainly ask David. I think once we set it up, it's probably gonna work for any entity that wants to conduct
Cause
business.
right now, we've got our meetings for next month, the VAs, they're holding them down in the Veterans Administration office.
Right.
And then our Planning Commission's gonna be at, MSU Extension. So, we can find out after that, and,
I'll let you know as soon as we get it set up.
okay, thank
Yep.
you.
Okay. But yes, September we'll be back in our normal. All right, thank you for bringing that up. We're back to public comment. Anyone wish to address the board at this time?
Matthew Bentley, Hillsdale. I'd like to thank Commissioner Benzing for his concern about our citizens' civil liberties, and specifically the flock cameras. We're also interested in getting some protections. I should note, for some reason, Waldron already has flock cameras, so, or seems to. So we maybe better move quick, and maybe we can collaborate in some sense. The new camera that Commissioner Ingles mentioned, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. That's all closed circuit or just for who it's for, I assume, I hope. Because we need to stay vigilant as the Panopticon continues to make its way in. Thank you, Commissioner Ingles, for fighting to return the $800,000 to the voters who were seems to have been a bait and switch. So thank you for that. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to address the board at this time?
Yeah, I just asked that.
Hit the button.
Turn your,
Oh, goodness gracious.
and your name, please.
Where is it? This thing? Which one is it? Oh, thanks. Yeah, hey, Robert Eichler here. I'm supposedly gonna be running for governor soon. How about the bullshit you can get through here? So, first off, Mr. Benzing, I wish you could possibly expound a little bit of the 911 dollars that's been, I can't remember exactly how you stated it, that would be utilized in another, support of something. I can't recall, maybe on the recording it might come up and I can get back with you on that. I would like to see how that is, that 911 does not assure us very well, as the scanner system has been, kind of, who's gonna put stuff out on a scanner. That's a big problem, because then they're saying they transferred 911 calls, had been sent to the sheriff's department. Sheriff's department has not given us an announcement of getting the stuff out. And so we're trying to find out and figure, if you got 911, you wanna get the employees there, we're all for, but we're just kind of saying in-house, or at least, from our community to be employed there, not someone outside again, looking for those. But other than that, I thank you very much for, the bullshit today. You guys have yourself a great day.
Anyone else wish to address the board at this time? Alright, at this time.
Mr. Chairman, I move to go to a closed session to discuss with the county's attorney regarding privileged and confidential attorney-client legal correspondence that is exempt from disclosure by state law under MCL 15.2431G, as allowed under subsection 81H of the Michigan Open Meetings Act.
Support.
Point of order, there'll be discussion after the closed session. Is there any way that we can be alerted if we're waiting downstairs?
We were gonna retire to the, room there on the second floor, and then we'll come back up here for additional comments.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Moved and supported, need a roll call vote on going to closed session, please.
Commissioner Wiley,
Yes.
Commissioner Benzing,
Yes.
Commissioner Leininger,
Yes.
Commissioner Ingalls,
Yes.
Commissioner Collins.
Yes.
We will retire to the room on the second floor for a closed session. If everyone was, our guests would stay here, we'll